You're after a creature that can't be killed.
A new Predator movie where this time he is the good guy. And yeah, you heard that right. Before we get into today's movie, this is part of my 25 days of Christmas movie marathon where I'll be dropping a new review every single day this month. And today's movie review is Predator Badlands. The Predator movie I didn't know I needed. Predator Badlands follows a young predator named Dak, who's trying to prove himself, but here's the twist. He's not the villain. He's the protagonist, and not just that, he's the underdog. Dak is a runt. His own father says they should have killed him a long time ago. So to prove he's worthy, he gets sent to this planet that is literally the worst place you would ever want to end up. This movie doesn't waste time explaining the Predator lore or in exposition dumps. It just drops you into this world and lets you experience it. You're following a predator who's been dismissed, rejected, and given one last chance to prove he's not a mistake. And that setup alone makes this movie feel different from anything the franchise has done before. What makes the concept work is how the movie makes you care about Dak. You're not watching some unstoppable killing machine. You're watching someone who's been underestimated his entire life, trying to survive in a place designed to kill anything that walks. And by the end, you're not just rooting for him, you're invested in whether he makes it out alive. A new Predator movie, but the Predator is the good guy. That alone makes this movie stand out from the rest of the franchise. The franchise has always been about humans trying to survive against an alien Yautja, but this time you're seeing the hunt from the Yautja's perspective, and that shift changes everything. In this movie, we follow a young Predator. His design is different, but not just because they wanted to give him a different design or because this is a young Predator. It's because he's a runt. His dad literally says they should have killed him a long time ago, and that immediately makes you sympathize with him. He's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, he's the one everyone doubted, and it really just makes you want to root for him even more. And they do a really good job at it. And even though he is a Yautja, he has a lot to prove in this story. You feel his frustration, you feel his determination, and by the end you want him to succeed, not because he's the protagonist, because you genuinely care about him. And also, you don't expect them to actually have an emotional scene in this movie, but when you see him and his brother interact, you get a fully unexpected connection. The relationship adds so much depth to Dak's character. His brother believes in him when no one else does, and that bond makes the stakes feel real. It's not about just survival anymore, it's about proving himself to the one person who never gave up on him. So when his father kills him, it's completely insane. Like, I'm sitting there like, holy shit, that really just happened. And you see Quay push Dak into the ship and send him off while Quay tries to stop their father because their father said you must cull the weak, and he sent Quay to go kill his younger brother, which Quay was not going to do in any means because he knows better than anyone that his brother is far stronger than anyone thinks he is. After this scene happens, Quay's ship is sent to the most deadly planet where Dak was going to be sent to prove himself. He gets into this planet, and this planet is just the worst place you would ever want to end up. The environment is brutal, the terrain is unforgiving, and the enemies he faces are relentless. The movie uses the setting to constantly test Dak, and every challenge he overcomes actually feels earned. And really quick, I want to talk about the CGI and motion capture. In this movie, it's actually really good and is actually impressive for a movie with just $100 million budget. I know that's insane to say, but movies spend a lot more money these days for a lot less. And speaking of that, Dak, and another reason why these suits and the characters feel so real is because they were literally wearing full body suits, like legit suits. Even like I read somewhere where it said like an 11-pound animatronic head. It's just insane. They went all out on this movie, and I am so happy they did because it is so worth it. It's so good, and I really do think this is probably my favorite Predator movie. Prey is close, but I think Predator Badlands easily tops it. Oh, and the kills are very satisfying. They're graphic, but not a gore fest because there's no blood. He's fighting synthetics the whole movie, so the violence is brutal without being excessive, and that lets the movie focus on the action and strategy instead of just shock value. Oh, and speaking of the suit, the scenes and whatnot, the performances from the actors are amazing. Everyone does an excellent job, and I really do actually like the Predator movies having fewer humans. One, I feel like it gives them more freedom to be more brutal. Two, the Yautja have so much backstory, whether that's in the comics or wherever we've seen them before. It just hasn't really been explored in the movies yet, so this is a great place to start. And speaking of the performances, Elle Fanning absolutely kills it in this movie. I mean, this might even be her best performance ever, but take that with a grain of salt because I've only seen her in a few other movies, but with this movie specifically, she brings this intensity and vulnerability that makes her character feel real. I mean, also she plays literally two characters, and she's not just reacting to the Predator, she's matching his energy, and that dynamic between her and Dak is one of the strongest parts of this whole movie. Now, not everything everything is perfect, and I say this in every single video. So I want to talk about something that didn't work for me or some other people. The movie is PG-13, but that doesn't take away from the movie for me at all. And I mean, it kind of makes sense because they are killing synthetics the whole time, which is also a strategic move because you can promote a Predator movie to younger audiences and you just make more money that way. I think it was smart. But I do know some fans were hoping for a hard rated R Predator movie, and this isn't that. If you're someone who wants the franchise to go darker and more brutal, this might feel a little lame or be too humorous for you. And I might contradict myself a bit right here slightly, but stay with me. I kind of like my Predator movies to be a bit more serious, but the comedy in this one doesn't take away from it that much, and I actually really enjoyed the comedy. It's not forced or over the top. It's used to break tension and add personality to the characters, and honestly, it works because the movie never loses sight of the stakes. And this is easily my favorite Predator movie to date, or on par with my current favorite, which is Prey. So I'll have to rewatch this one when it comes out on streaming and redetermine and then I'll choose which one from there because it's still very fresh and it could be recency bias. Oh, and I did make a video on Prey about a week ago, so if you know what I thought about Prey, you can check that out. But yeah, Badlands is up there. It's different, it's bold, and it takes a risk that most franchises probably wouldn't. Oh, and real quick, I want to talk about the golden moment because this really stuck with me, and this just makes the movie like, in my opinion, a great right off rip. When Dak is standing with his brother and his father, it's supposed to be a lesson, a test, a chance for Dak to finally show something worthy to the clan, but instead his brother does the one thing a Yautja isn't supposed to do. He shows mercy. He hesitates. He protects Dak instead of finishing the job, and in a single heartbeat his father kills him for it. The whole sequence hits way harder than you expect. There's no long speech, no dramatic buildup. It's quick, cold, and final, and the look on Dak's face says everything. It's the first time you really understand the world he was born into and why he feels like he doesn't belong. It sets the tone for the rest of the movie because from that moment on, Dak isn't just trying to survive. He's carrying the weight of that loss with him. He's trying to honor the only person who ever truly loved, cared, and believed in him. That's when the movie stops feeling like just another action story. It becomes something personal, something with weight. And that opening scene shows exactly what Dak is fighting for and why he refuses to become the kind of Predator his father wanted to be. It's raw, emotional, and honestly, the perfect setup for this movie. And I think this movie works because it takes a franchise that felt like it was running completely out of ideas and gives it a completely new perspective. You're not watching humans try to survive a predator. You're watching a predator fight to survive in a world that wants him dead. And that shift changes everything. It makes the action feel fresh. It makes the stakes feel real. And it reminds you why the franchise has lasted this long. Because when you strip the gimmicks and the sequels that didn't work away, the core idea is still solid. A hunter proving themselves in the most dangerous environment possible. And Badlands really does nail that. So if you're watching this video to determine, hey, I see this movie in theaters, is it good? I don't know. Should I go watch it? I don't know. I'm going to confidently tell you yes, go watch it in theaters while you can, because if you don't, you're gonna regret it whenever it comes out on streaming. You're like, oh, this is a movie theater experience. And if you're a Predator or Alien fan, you have to go watch it. It is just that good of a movie. Thank you for watching today's review. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. I'll be dropping a new video every single day this month for my 25-day Christmas movie marathon. Tomorrow's review is a big one, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. In the meantime, feel free to check out yesterday's video if you haven't already. And as always, stay curious and let's keep the conversation going.